back here
Yo, what's up, YouTube?
and stand by the back side of the car.
You're gonna be detained right now, okay?
Do you have anything illegal in the car?
Stop for shoplifting
Okay.
and become a whole suicide bomber. Yeah, no, that shit's ridiculous.
What the fuck?
The majority of stops that cops make are simple and routine, but sometimes a simple stop can
Oh shit, they got a black dude in the front.
lead to some of the most shocking discoveries ever made.
Jesus.
4 kilos.
From busting
YouTube, don't
$500,000
forget to subscribe.
Hey,
Dollars.
Hey, y'all niggas hurting. Y'all niggas hurting.
worth of illegal substances to discovering a missing body in a car. Here are 4 of the craziest unexpected police busts of all time, starting with a stop that ended up saving multiple lives.
There's a fucking bomb in the back of that car.
On January 24th, 2022, a Walmart employee notified cops that a woman had stolen $300 worth of Legos from their store. Initially, there was nothing out of the ordinary about this, just a regular shoplifting call. And that's how the cops approached it when they spotted her vehicle and pulled it over. But just minutes later, the cops would discover something that would turn things from simple to one of the most strange and terrifying stops we've ever covered.
Hey, I'm Officer Johnson.
Officer
Hey, you get your license
Johnson.
and insurance on you. So the reason we stopped you is today because this Walmart called and they're, suspect
is outrageous.
possibly
That's what
bringing
I'm
up some
saying.
items. You
Is it
bought
Karen right
items?
here?
Okay.
Again, things started out quite simple. Obviously, she denies the allegations of stealing, so the cops check her ID and decide how they want to approach the situation.
I'm not gonna lie. Excuse me. But I'm not gonna lie. When you stole Legos, when you already way, you know what I'm saying, way away from the place you stole the Legos from, and they pull you over and say that you stole Legos, nigga, you stole Legos. Like, nigga, what? How you gonna deny it? You're just putting yourself in a worse situation.
But when the second
That bomb was made of Legos. No, I had to have been. No, some niggas
cop comes
some niggas do be doing that shit though. Niggas is creative.
back to ask her some questions,
They
that's
so
when
creative, they do
things
dumb shit.
get crazy.
So, what were you doing at Walmart?
Now,
Yeah.
buying stuff.
Okay. Because we're gonna call it you stole Legos earlier.
As he's talking with the girl who identified as 20-year-old Mariah, he
Mariah
noticed the
David.
stolen Legos in the back seat next to something that was much
got your
more
whole
concerning.
Will you roll down your back window for me? Thank you.
You're cut.
What is all that? Alright, go ahead and hop out real quick.
You're gonna be detained right now, okay?
Why would she have it in her back seat instead of like the trunk or some shit? Could have that shit literally anywhere else but the back seat.
Bro! Yeah, go ahead and secure her. There's a fucking bomb in the back of that car. Like, a bunch of fireworks strapped together with like metal and shit wrapped around. Explain to me what that device is in the back of your car that looks like a bomb.
I didn't. My boyfriend made that.
Stop lying, yo. What the fuck? No, my boyfriend made that. It don't even look like you got a boyfriend.
Okay, sit tight.
Okay.
As the cops said, he spotted what appeared to be an explosive device in the back seat of the car, right next to the stolen Legos.
What the Yo, that's an actual, bro, that's dynamite, nigga. That's an actual bomb right there. What the fuck?
Things
That's a
just
real-life
went from
bomb.
0 to 100 instantly, especially as the girl says
That's
she's
a
been
real-life
arrested
bomb.
multiple times before, and
I
that
don't
her
know what I was
boyfriend is
expecting, but
allegedly
bro.
involved in this as well. And things only become more concerning when they look more closely
how
at the
fast he
device
folded
and
on her
see
boyfriend?
exactly how it's constructed.
Can you start a supervisor out here? It looks like there's some sort of explosive device in the back
Oh,
of the
she tried
car
to snitch
that
on her boyfriend
someone
so
has
fast.
built. It's got like 4 big-ass fireworks, big old screws
Oh, way more than 4,
and
my
shit,
boy.
all within that. And then it's got like a bunch of stuff wrapped around it. It's definitely
terrible
made
explanation.
to cause some damage when it goes off.
Even though the cops are fairly certain it's not set to explode remotely, they still have to take every precaution to protect the public, and
I
so
would've been
shut
mad.
off the roads around the vehicle as quickly as possible.
would've been mad.
Then it's on to the next most important task, finding out exactly who made it and what they were planning to do with it.
But that's a little ass bomb though. I don't think it's gonna do that much damage. She dumb as fuck, honestly. No cap. I wanna say she didn't know the bomb was there, otherwise she wouldn't have rolled that out window. Hey, you seen how fast she said her boyfriend made it, man? She know to ride or die. She was ready to give that nigga's life away. But then she says that
All she said is that her boyfriend made it.
the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, nah.
So we probably want to figure out who boyfriend is, and if there's any more at his house, maybe.
Now she's taking both of them down with her.
So
He said if I'm
what's the
going
deal
down, he's
in the
going
back of your
down
car? You said your boyfriend built it?
I honestly have no. I don't know nothing about fireworks except for
You're getting locked up
fireworks.
too, bro. Come on.
What's your boyfriend's name?
He just put that nigga in jail for no
Zane?
reason.
Yeah.
Okay, when did he make that? Or
Like yes, a couple days ago.
okay, do you
Couple
know why
days
he
ago.
made it or anything?
And it's still been in the car? Yo, you're
Man,
lying.
just said he wanted to make it.
She was then asked to call her boyfriend, who arrived on foot soon later.
Oh,
If you
hell. Oh, hell no.
She was then asked to call her boyfriend, who arrived on foot
What the fuck?
soon later.
Nigga like Captain
If you
Underpants.
think things are strange already, just wait until you
Run
see how
the
he
line.
behaves.
What's up, bud? What's your name?
Zane Bennett.
Okay, Zane, come over here and hang out for a second.
Oh, yeah, both of them
Do you
niggas
have
get
any ID on
locked
you?
up.
My girlfriend had it on her.
Okay.
Notice that the very first thing Zane asks is if he can get his car back. He wasn't told why he had to come to the scene, but it's obvious he's aware of exactly what's in that back seat and is
Dang.
desperate to figure out a way out of this.
Where'd you come from?
My friend had brought me up here.
So you're not on arrest, but I'm gonna detain you real quick because we got some things we gotta talk about.
So man, I'll just cut to the chase and I'll tell you why we have like all this shut down and everything. Is it has
Got
to do
both
with
of
the
them
little
niggas locked up. That's
device you've
crazy.
made. It looks like some fireworks tied
What was you
together,
finna
some
blow
some
up,
buds
New
to
York?
it. So
Bro, that
so
little
that's
ass
why we have
bomb.
this all shut down
That
because
badass
it's kind of our
nigga
protocol.
wasn't finna do none but blow himself up.
Hey, you never know, bro. These niggas be moving different, bro.
It
They
looks
be
like an
moving
explosive
different.
device. Yeah, you know, is it like active? Is it like volatile to where if it falls, breaks, is it gonna go off?
It's literally just fireworks. Like if you take it apart, it's a bunch of little fireworks.
With Zane in the backseat being questioned, tensions were
He said
high
it's
as they
literally just
tried to figure
fireworks.
out exactly what he was going to do
That's
with
a
the
bomb,
weapon.
nigga. That's dynamite.
Strangely, the only person who didn't seem nervous was Zane himself, and the reason why is even more perplexing than anything else in the whole case.
What happened?
So yeah, he said he's just out he was going to do some redneck stuff today, and he was going to take it out and blow up some watermelons with it. He said it's a couple of fireworks tied together. You have to light it like a normal firework. And he said, I just wanted to see what the stuff I taped to it on the outside would do if I lit it by a watermelon.
All the screws and everything.
Yeah, I said, were you trying to use it as a weapon? Were you going to, go do anything today? He goes, no, I was just going to blow up some watermelons. And I said,
Niggas laugh.
okay. I was like, all right, cool. So he doesn't even seem really nervous at all about it.
As insane as Zane's story sounded, it turned out to be true, and a few hours later, the bomb squad determined the device to be safe.
Yeah, that doesn't, you know what I'm saying? That doesn't seem too unrealistic.
It turned out to be true, and a few hours later, the bomb squad determined the device to be safe, constructed out of fish hooks, bolts, and fireworks.
Yeah, that little ass.
Nevertheless, Zane was charged with illegally manufacturing an explosive device,
Oh, that's
and
tough.
Mariah with petty larceny for stealing the Legos.
Oh,
But
that's
not
tough.
every case like this has such a happy ending, just like the cops found out when they made the biggest bust of their careers while on a completely
it?
routine traffic stop.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
not a crook. I was not going to get in my car. I swear to you.
But as the cops would find out, this man was much more than a criminal. He'd been hiding a
That
deadly
fat-ass
secret
neck
for
piece.
almost 28 years. On the 16th of August 2022, officers from the Oconee County Sheriff's Office were conducting random registrations
That
on
was 2
random
years ago.
vehicles when a Mazda flagged up as having no insurance and a suspended license. The driver identified himself as Rise
That wasn't too
Sekim
bad.
and
That wasn't too
immediately
bad.
seemed not just anxious, but terrified.
What's your last name?
Sikim.
Sikim. Okay. All right, I'm gonna have you go and step out the vehicle for me. All right. So here's what's gonna happen, Sikim. Okay. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to place you into custody today.
Wait,
okay?
what'd he do?
You're gonna have to go down to jail.
Oh no. I got to get booked in. I got to take a finger.
That nigga said, oh no.
Here's what's gonna happen, Sikim. Okay.
Oh, no.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to
Why you talk like
place you into
that?
custody today. Okay. You're gonna have to go down to jail.
Oh no. I got to get booked in. I got to
Said
take a
that like a
fingerprint,
little
some
ass
picture,
kid.
and you'll get a bond.
But because you're driving on a suspended license, you got to go down to jail.
Sir, I did not know. I have children, I have a sick uncle, and I
this nigga's making excuses, bro. Like, come on.
I really don't have a choice at this time. Please, so place you in arrest. Go ahead, turn around, put your hands behind your back, please.
Take an excuse.
Put your hands behind your back.
Secom was all but ready to leave before the deputies notified him that he was being detained for having no valid insurance, something that seemed to immediately set him off. From this point on, watch how Secom acts around the cops. It's understandable to be nervous and uncomfortable in this situation, but something about the extent of Secom's anxiety seems odd to the cops.
Oh no. They put me under arrest right now. I don't know.
For driving with suspended license?
Yeah, they just told this nigga. What do you mean you don't know?
I didn't know. And it's not even showing.
Unfortunately, the law is different here in Georgia than it is in South Carolina. If you have a suspended license, you have to go down to the jail and get booked in.
You gotta go to jail.
But sir, can you speak to my aunt?
We're on speakerphone. She can hear us.
No, please speak to her. Please speak to her. I'm the only one that can help with my uncle that's sick in ICU right now.
Sorry about that. Unfortunately, we're sorry.
Please, sir.
That's tough.
Please, sir.
We're gonna walk you to my parents' car. Come on,
sir. Come on. Please, my aunt is old. She's 80 years old.
Your aunt is 80?
Please. I will not. I swear, you can. Please check me. Okay. Please check everything on you.
I'm gonna search you incident to arrest. See what says emergency 911?
Yes.
Face towards that for me.
Okay.
Separate your feet out for me a little bit. Nothing in your pockets, right?
Sir, please.
What all do you need out of your car?
Sir, I have a child at the house that they cannot take care of.
What all do you need out of your car?
Why do you got a child at the crib that they can't take care of themselves? What the fuck? Nigga, what? Bro been on a run for a murder case that went cold and want to talk about some... Oh, no.
Sir, I beg you. I beg of you.
Oh, no.
I will not touch my car. You can take my keys out.
The only crime Secom has committed is driving without the valid insurance and license necessary. This is not a major crime by any means, and could be punishable solely by a small fine and a short ban from driving. It's not the end of the world for Secom, and the cops are trying to communicate that to him. But nothing seems to calm him down, and the officers start to get suspicious.
Sir, I do for my entire family.
Okay. Well,
do you know?
I don't have a choice here, man. I'm telling you that.
I told you I was not going to get in my car. I swear to you, I wasn't going to get in my car.
Suspended license.
That nigga could have got out of there. I ain't gonna lie.
You got that taken care of.
I've been doing it every day.
Suspended registration. You have to go down to the jail and get booked in. Just take your photograph. They're going to take your fingerprints. They'll give you a bond amount, and you can bond out, and then you can get on the way up to the hospital. But you can't drive.
Sir,
so have a seat for me, please.
All right, may I speak after you?
Have a seat for me, please.
Are you going to
sit down and then I'll listen to you? Okay, so what do you want to tell me?
A little ass kid, bro.
Everything. My aunt just had a stroke.
A bam, baby.
My uncle just had a stroke 2.5 weeks ago. Yeah. I'm here helping my.
What the fuck? Nigga got a collateral, bro. both his aunt and uncle had a stroke. Within the same 2 weeks, bro. That doesn't even make sense.
Family.
How?
I don't even know who can come and bomb me.
That should be a new emote. Recorded and make it sound alert. What, him saying no? A
criminal. I'm not a crook. I look how old I am.
Did you get a ticket or something?
I didn't get
take care of. I mean, why would they suspend your license in South Carolina?
Secom just isn't listening and only gets more anxious. He's continuously pleading with the cops and attempting to seem like a respectable family man.
Oh no!
But one major thing stands out in this piece of footage. In his attempts to seem trustworthy, he's been pretty consistently maintaining eye contact with the officers. But take a look at what he's saying during the first moment he breaks eye contact for a significant amount of time.
I'm not a criminal. I'm not a crook. I look how old I am.
That break in eye contact implies heavily that what he's saying isn't the truth, and he subconsciously wants to look away in this moment because the bond of trust is broken. Obviously, in the grand scheme of things, this could never be used to convict someone, or even be used as probable cause to search. But it is a pretty brazen sign of what the cops will soon discover.
Yeah, I just found out that maybe when we had a car that I had that got repossessed, that I didn't take my name off of it.
Okay. I wouldn't imagine that they'd suspend you for a repossession.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't. But no information's coming up. I won't drive. I'll have my cousin.
Can you slide your legs in for us?
You're not going to speak to me?
No, unfortunately, I told you. I've already explained my position.
Oh, this hurts.
I don't have
no, it doesn't. Nigga's lying. That nigga talking about something.
You can get in and get out, all right?
Like they get in and get out?
Yeah, like they'll book you in. If you have somebody that can bond you out, you have a preset bond, so you can bond out of jail. You don't have to wait to see a judge.
How much is that?
I'm not quite sure.
How
They'll
long
give it
is
to
it
you
gonna
when
be
we
in
get
there
there,
for?
okay? We'll work with you, all right? We'll try to get.
Oh my god, bro. This girl's voice reminds me of some bitch that I was texting, bro. Some bitch I was texting. Then all of a sudden she got a boyfriend, right? When she tried to text me back, like, nigga, no. Don't text me back because your janky ass boyfriend broke up with you,
Get
nigga.
as quick as possible.
The cops are being extremely nice to Sechem, trying to put his mind at ease by repeating that it isn't a huge deal
yes, nigga.
and that he'll be out by the end of the day. But that wasn't the case at all. Sechem was taken back to the police station and processed, but when he was asked to scan his fingerprints, a match was found. And the name wasn't the one he'd given. Instead, it was Muhammad El Amin, and there was a reason he was on file. 28 years ago, in 1994, Muhammad allegedly shot and killed a man with a handgun at a train station.
1994? He's been on the run for that long? Holy shit. How did that even, like, add up to him, though?
Before fleeing and seemingly disappearing entirely. It took a simple suspended license for the 3-decade-long manhunt to come to an end.
Yeah, 3
and
decades
Muhammad
is
currently
wild.
awaiting trial. He will almost certainly be facing the full charges for his crimes, as violent crimes, especially those resulting in death, are exempt from the statute of limitations. But even that didn't shock the police as much as this next bust
3
did.
decades
When
on the
cops
run.
discovered almost $1 million worth of narcotics
Sitting in the back of the cop car with your friend, with your hands behind your back, that shit hurt. Them seats ain't like regular car seats. Alright, my fault.
given away by a simple tinted window. These cops noticed
So
a
they just
red
got these-
SUV
they
driving
got
on the
these big-ass
highway in
SUVs
Florida
and they're not even
with
comfortable?
windows that seemed too dark to be legal. So they pulled it over with no idea exactly
Wait,
what
the windows were too dark?
window. These cops noticed a red SUV
Nigga, you fumbled? Bro, niggas be fumbling for the craziest shit ever, bro.
driving on the highway in Florida
Hell no,
with
they
windows
not.
that seemed too dark to be
dumb
legal.
as fuck.
So they pulled it over with no idea exactly what they were about to
Big-ass
uncover.
SUVs.
Driver, can you roll down your back window, please? Thank you. Is this your car? Any issues with your driver's license today? Well, yeah, other than being lost, suspended or anything else like that? Okay.
The woman identified herself as 27-year-old Elizabeth, and she said she was on her way back from a trip to Texas where she had lost her license. Everything seemed mostly fine, though. Her insurance was in check, and she had the rest of her documents with her, so things should have ended at the window tint check.
Yes, the reason why I'm stopping is your side window tint, which I'll check here in just a minute. Is that something that you had done or something you bought the vehicle with? Yeah, unfortunately, even though you may purchase a vehicle with a window tint already on it, as the owner and the operator, you are responsible for whatever equipment is on the vehicle. Same concept as if you buy a car with a bad headlight or tail light or brake light or cracked windshield or long tires or something like that. I'm going to measure him here in just a minute with my tint meter. Can you raise up your back window about halfway? I don't know if you can see that or not, probably not, but your back window is coming in at 2% light transmittance.
In Florida, the lowest you can have a window tint on the rear windows is 15%, and Elizabeth's are coming at 2%, meaning that barely any light can pass through from the outside. So she was asked to step out of her vehicle so the cop could take her information and write her a ticket. This is when a second officer arrived on the scene with a canine for a quick free air sniff around the car. This too is fairly routine and more of a formality than anything in this case. They certainly weren't expecting the dog to alert, suggesting that there were drugs inside the car.
That should not mean to be comfortable for criminals.
Alright, well, train police came out
Still,
of
bro,
your vehicle, so we're going to need to check it just to make sure there's nothing in there that shouldn't be. Okay? You're not under arrest, but you are going to be detained. Detained means that you're not free to go right now. Okay?
Can I just have a seat for you, please? It's just
Now, all this pretended windows is crazy.
Am I able to make that call, or
ma'am?
Am I able to make that call real quick?
Remarkably, Elizabeth has remained calm throughout this entire ordeal, taking the tint charge on the chin and accepting her mistake. It's only when she picks up the phone when her demeanor starts to change. Take a listen to what she says next.
Hey, can you let Maria know to go for my kids? I just got pulled over. Me acaban de agarrar. Me acaban de agarrar. Estoy en Bush now, and I need to go pick up my kids.
Damn, all that because you hopped on the phone.
No, tienen en perro. I don't know. Me dijeron que because of the tent, they said the tents were too dark. And
at least she
there's
asked.
another
Yeah.
one here in the K9.
Playing it cool.
Olió algo, so I don't.
Playing it cool.
I don't know.
Elizabeth also said on the phone in Spanish that the cops were about to find everything and that she wasn't getting out of this one. And she was right. But what exactly was she hiding? It turns out she was transporting 26 pounds or almost 12 kilograms of cocaine in her car, worth anything from $800,000 to $1.5 million.
26 pounds? Oh, her boyfriend got to be a drug lord and she took it on the chin. Her boyfriend got to be a drug lord and she took it on the chin. Nigga, she a real one. She a real one.
Elizabeth's demeanor is almost creepy. On the phone, she bluntly states how they're going to find everything, but to the cops, she's calm, collected, and compliant.
Damn.
Even when she finds out it's all over.
Hey, this is what's going on. There's some items in the vehicle that we need to take a little bit closer look at.
Nah, they already smoked some shit.
A little bit further.
They already smoked some shit. She was fucked up.
We need to put the vehicle up on a lift in order to do that. So
she was in the
there's
cartel.
a wrecker headed over this way.
Okay.
And there's his business is just right up here at the next exit just north of us.
Okay.
After the vehicle was fully searched and all the cocaine recovered, she was prosecuted and sentenced to 24 months in prison, followed by 36 months supervised release. But given the amount
2 years ain't that bad. When was this? She probably done by that. She probably done now.
Product she lost, she's got a lot more to worry about than just the cops. But even this isn't the most insane thing that police can come across in traffic stops. So many criminals seem to forget about smaller crimes while they're on a big job. And that's exactly the mistake this man made that led him to a murder charge. On July 29th, 2020, a Louisiana cop pulled over a vehicle speeding on the highway. It started just the same as any other traffic stop, but a search of the vehicle uncovered something horrifying.
Sarge, there's a dead body in the trunk.
Not only was Mitchell going almost 20 miles an hour over the speed limit, but he didn't even have a driver's license.
Oh, do you have a driver's license? No, sir. Do you have a driver's license?
No, sir.
This charge alone could net him fines of up to $500 and 6 months in jail, not to mention the fines from the speeding ticket. But unbeknownst to the cop, Mitchell will be going back with more than just a speeding ticket.
TK looking at me.
But unbeknownst to the cop, Mitchell will be going
I just did the race ass nigga, look at this thing.
Back with more than just a speeding ticket.
Is there any weed in the
car,
his friend
or some shit like that?
Stop. Step here. Is there any weed in the car?
24 for all that coke? Yeah, 24 for all the
okay.
Other than they did.
26 pounds of coke, $1.6 million worth of coke.
When did you puff last? Be honest. Because I'm a drug recognition expert.
About an hour ago.
The cop is looking to get Mitchell on more than just a DUI charge. An 18-year-old speeding in a car like this that stinks of weed tells the cop that there may be something deeper to this traffic stop than a kid going too fast. But before he asks to search the vehicle for any other drugs, Mitchell starts to act increasingly
put him in the trunk of the car and use the same nigga name of the car owner. Yeah, what? Yeah, nah. That's why I can't watch too much of these because they be putting the same.
What's your address? No, stop. Come here. Where do you live? It's easy. It's easy to answer this.
Why is he covering his body cam?
You don't know how to drive to your house?
I was coming from there, how I got lost.
He got lost? Damn, bro, this nigga was on a mission. He don't even know what he's doing.
You don't know your address?
No, sir.
Okay, come back here.
Bro, you already, you know what I'm saying? You might have already.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Mitchell has now consented to the search of his vehicle. The cop is realistically only searching for weed and any other drugs possibly in the car, but he has no idea what he's actually about to find.
Dang, bruh.
A search of the front seats turn up nothing, but upon examining the outside of the car, the cop discovered multiple bullet holes across the left side of the vehicle.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's becoming more and more obvious to the cop that something is not right at all here, and this suspect was likely caught up in something much bigger than he first realized.
Nigga's 18.
When did all this happen?
Wait, he was 18 in 2020 though. So that mean, oh yeah, that nigga older than me. Fuck it, buddy.
When did all that happen?
That happened.
Nigga, in 2020, I turned 17, I think.
My brother, he said it.
How long ago?
Like
Days?
Yeah, it was like,
Okay, come back. Just leave this here. Come back here. Just stay right here in front of my car. Hey, it's Jesse again. I'm sorry to bother you. I got this car speeding 73 and a 55. It's a black and orange Camaro. And it's got like 3 bullet holes in the left side of it. He said he thinks his brother said his car was in something 2 nights ago.
The officer's check of the vehicle returns nothing other than proof Mitchell is lying. His address comes back as somewhere completely different to where he's saying, and the car is registered to someone with a completely different surname.
Now he says he lives in Winsboro, but he's got a Richwood address, and the car comes back out of Monroe, and he's got this he's got a GPS thing put in, but he don't even know the address, so he's lying about a bunch of junk. Where do you live? Be honest to me. Monroe?
Yes.
Richwood?
Yes.
You don't live in Winsboro.
Yes.
Why would you try to bluff me on that? Why would you lie to me on that? Because I already knew that before this guy said something. What's up?
Why would you lie to me like that?
You better stop lying to me right now, or you're going to be in jail.
Better stop lying to me right now, or it's going to be in jail.
To your sisters? That's
Wait,
Talk to me.
What do you think?
You better stop lying to me right now, or you're going to be in jail.
You're going to be in jail.
I'm just going to my sister's.
To your sisters? That's the last freaking lie you better tell me.
Yo, niggas, yo, I don't know, bro, what's up with black people, bro? They be lying like a motherfucker, and they think that shit gonna work, but that shit don't work. They think because they can lie to their mom and shit, they'll be cool lying to everybody else, but I be seeing right through that shit.
This whole situation is already immensely confusing. But then all of a sudden, something even weirder happens. A completely random man pulls up at the scene claiming that his family are looking for him.
His family in Monroe is looking for him. They sought me out here.
Okay, all right. Well, I got somebody pulling up behind me, Scooter. What do you mean they were looking for him?
They looking for him. The car missing.
Oh!
Okay, give me.
That nigga stole the car?
Give me the phone. Hey, man.
Yeah, that nigga was quick to think that nigga stole.
He's not giving that name, though. He's given another name.
And when they give yet another different name for Mitchell and the owner of the vehicle, the cop rightfully is at a loss. This has gone from a traffic stop to a full-on mystery, and the cop is determined to get to the bottom of it.
Oh,
there's a kid that's been reported missing, and that they took the car from
Wait,
Monroe,
how did they find him? They got a tracker on the car?
And he lied to me about his last name, his address and where he's from. Random guy pulls up behind me, said, hey, this guy's looking for that kid. I need to know if this car's been reported missing, stolen. And I know he's BSing to me about where he's going. He says he's going to his sister's house down here. If you could, hey, talk to him, see if you can figure out if the sister thing is legit. He said this guy gave him the car. He's got the GPS on his phone on the back lid. He said that's where he's going, and I knew he was lying then.
Slowly, things are starting to become more clear. If Mitchell is telling the truth, it seems as though his brother is letting him drive a car that he stole from the original owner. But that still doesn't explain the bullet holes, why Mitchell lied about his address, or why the random man appeared looking for him knowing he was driving that vehicle. But now on top of all of that, the cop has also just been told over the radio that there's a missing person report hidden amongst this mess.
What I'm being told is that the boy who gave him permission to use the car is missing. So he's lying his ass off. Go looking for the person who owns the car, find out that the son of the owner of the car is missing.
Did he pull over? He might as well.
Now we got bullet holes all in the car.
Get a high-speed chase after that.
So something's bad. The only thing he lied about was his address in Winsboro. If he's knows something about this boy that's missing, there's bullet holes. I'd like to at least. I guess I'll do as much good contact as I can.
A few more calls are made, and it turns out the missing person
tried
is
running
Michael
away. He killed him
Robinson,
down?
the alleged
Yeah, he killed
brother
that
of the
nigga.
boy at the scene, and the man who gave him permission.
He killed his brother?
As I can.
A few more calls are made, and it turns out the missing person is Michael Robinson, the alleged brother of the boy at the scene, and the man who gave him permission to be driving the car today. However, it's still unclear who owned the car in the first place, but the cop decides to forget about that for a moment and examine the vehicle a second time now that backup has arrived.
It's his friend. You know. What the fuck?
Like, this looks close. Like bam, 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 bam. Yeah. And the boy.
Bro, what?
See?
Little did he know, this is where all his questions would be answered at once in the most gruesome way imaginable.
I'm gonna do the obvious thing I want to do.
Bro, he probably wasn't even expecting this shit. I feel bad for the cop. Oh, nah, you're fucked.
Hey. Yep. Put your hands up.
Oh my god.
Behind your back.
Oh
Put your hands behind your
my
back.
god.
You have a right to an attorney.
His only brother is the owner of the car,
Anytime you choose
and
not
he
to
killed
make any
them?
statements or
Bro,
answer any
what?
questions. You understand? If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed to represent you by the court. Do you understand?
Inside the trunk was the body of Michael Robinson, and all of a sudden,
I know this nigga's heart was racing. I know all that. I know that nigga's. I know shit was just going in slow motion. I just. That nigga was panicking.
everything makes sense.
26 is 125-03057, 125-0357. F39 Troop F desk.
And it's his homie's car, right? Good. Code Cut was scary. He crazy on God. That nigga's wildin'.
Need a supervisor out here.
That nigga said I can't handle all this.
All right, I get the guy out. He's super nervous. He lies to me about his address. He's got no driver's license. He says he's going to his house in Winsboro. Well, I find out he lives in Richwood. I pop the trunk. Sarge, there's a dead body in the trunk. Okay, so.
Where that nigga with the truck go?
I'm not. We've blocked in front of the car and behind the car. We've shut the trunk. I have Franklin Parish Sheriff's Office with me. We're at 82. Okay, we're not. We're done.
It turns out Michael Robinson wasn't related to Mitchell at all.
We're not. We're done.
It turns
Bro, what's the whole point of you? Bro, they got this weak ass slide animation just to blur his face.
out Michael Robinson wasn't related to Mitchell at all. Instead, he was merely an unintentional casualty of an armed robbery Mitchell was part of
they gotta
earlier.
record it.
Who is that? Who is that?
Wait, huh?
Of an armed to Mitchell at all.
Bro, they got that shit recorded.
Instead, he was merely an unintentional casualty of an armed robbery Mitchell was part of earlier.
Damn.
Who is that? Who is that?
That's him.
Who is who?
That's Mike.
That's Mike. How did Mike get there? Tell me.
It wasn't me, man. It was.
Okay.
I just hit it, bro.
Oh, he's crying?
You just hit him?
I just,
Nigga crying, bro.
I just hit it, bro. I did.
You just hit him?
I just.
In the mayhem of the robbery, Mitchell shot Robinson multiple times with a handgun before loading him into his trunk and driving him away to Winsboro to dump the body. But of course, before he could make it, he was pulled over
Nigga wasn't even
by
able
the
to
officer
make it, bro.
for
That's
speeding.
I mean, that's good.
Michael Mitchell
Fuck
is
this
being
nigga.
charged for the armed robbery and the second-degree murder of Michael Robinson. Mitchell is currently awaiting his trial, but is expected to be sentenced to life behind bars.
Damn, life at 18 is.
Come back here.
Life at 18 as well. Glad it ain't me though.